Simon Diamond Soul, here again. And we're back in the forest, guys, or the road near the forest. It's not the best scenery, but that's all I could find. But it's okay. We can see the mountain on the distance. Very beautiful. But before I start with the topic of this video, I just want to say to my subscribers that I did recover from my emotion regarding that incident with my mom 2 months ago. Just want you to know that me and my mom are in good condition now. In other words, our health is okay. Anyway, I also want to thank my brother from France for sending me this amazing postcard. Yes, this postcard thing. Thank you, my brother, for sending me this beautiful postcard. Thank you for caring about me and my mom. I really appreciate your concern for the family, and thank you for that postcard. Well, that's being said, I also want to highlight a comment on my last video called "How MGTOW Saved My Life." Well, this is a top comment which I want to share with you guys. It is by B1121, and here is what they have to say. Great list. Remember to live frugally, become a minimalist, save and invest, become a prepper to prepare for the coming major crisis. Well, first, thank you for your comment, Big 1121. And what I have to say about this is this. We are going to face difficult time in the future ahead due to price increase and inflation, and also tax increase. So to become a minimalist in these hard times is a super good advice, so thank you. As I have the firm intention to become a minimalist while I also want to prepare for a difficult time. So in other words, I want to sell all my crap or things I don't use no more. Things that worth money. And from now on, I want to be more careful with the way I spend my money. So no more spending money on useless things. Things like expensive clothes, video games, CDs and DVDs on Amazon, and going to music festival and etc. All expensive stuff. But I also want to increase my water and food supply and become some kind of prepper. Yes, you heard me well. I want to become a prepper as an individual, because I think in this day and age it's a good idea. In fact, it's been like 2 or 3 years that I watch prepper channel because I'm very interested in prepping recently. Channel like City Prepping and the Angry Preppers, which are my favorite prepper channel, by the way. And they are not doom and gloom channel like so many prepper channel on YouTube. They are very practical and informative and interesting channel with excellent content in it. So go check them out if you want. So yes, thank you B1121 for your comment and also your good advice. As I will do my best in the future to save money and invest too, as it is important to survive this dark time. There may be 2 parts in this video because it's a long video, but I try to do quick, so there will only be 1 part. So that was it for the long intro. And now we will talk about the green agenda and those radical green policies that impact farmers. But before I start talking about this, I just want to say that this is a very complex topic, and I will do my best with the small knowledge and information I have to try to explain my point of view. And I just want to say that I am not an expert in this domain like ecology and environmental topic. This is new to me, but I'm very interested in climate change and what it involves regarding big companies and big industries. But let's start talking about the Dutch farmer first. First thing first. The last time I checked on the internet, the Dutch farmers were a total of 40,000 protesting against the green policies of the Dutch PM and the new rules implemented in the country. But first, the Dutch PM from the Netherlands is named Mark Rutte. And by the way, Mark Rutte is also a good friend of the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, as the two countries are in peace and harmony with each other, and they also do a lot of business together, which is a good thing, I think. In other words, it's a good thing that those two countries are in good relation with each other. And by the way, me personally, I love the Netherlands, as I have been there a couple of years ago. Well, it's a long time ago. It was when I was in my mid-20s. But I remember this country and also the people there. Yes, I remember that the Dutch people were very kind and very polite and calm in demeanors and attitude, and they were also very friendly. And well, I just have good things to say about these people, and I have a lot of great souvenirs from my past travel in the Netherlands. So it saddened me that the government is trying to hunt down the Dutch farmers, or to hurt the Dutch farmers. And by putting pressure on the farmers, it will also affect the population as well. But what exactly did the PM Mark Rutte do to upset so much these farmers? So I've made some research, and here is what I found. The Dutch government wants to reduce emission by 50% by 2030. Farmers will have to reduce their current high-intensity production and may eventually be expropriated. The Dutch agricultural world is in turmoil now. So Mark Rutte decided to cut down emission of damaging pollutant by 50% by the year 2030. Emission of ammonia and also nitrogen, which means they want to make people more dependent on international supply chain. They want to put farmers out of business and slowly take their land. They want to weaken Dutch sovereignty and autonomy with those restrictions. They also want to cut down the amount of fertilizer they can use for their soil. And finally, they want to continue mass immigration into the Netherlands. And so it don't look good for the Dutch farmers. And so the people governing this country are following the script written by the EU to realize what is called a Great Reset. So these green policies are all part of the World Economic Forum Great Reset agenda, it seems. Well, the farmers don't seem to like leaders like Bill Gates and Klaus Schwab and many more like them. And while getting rid of the nitrogen in the air seems like a great idea for the environment, it has much negative impact for the farmers and also for the wallet of the ordinary Dutch consumers. So that solution is to literally shut down so many farms that export billions of dollars worth of food. Don't seem to be such a good idea to me. Also about mass migration, if you are going to bring more people to the Netherlands in a small populated country, you are going to take the land from the farmers and put us there. So that's the agenda, to turn the Netherlands into a giant city. And we all know that how Klaus Schwab loves big cities. Without its own means of food production, without its autonomy in terms of sovereignty, and making people more dependent on the international ruler, the globalist. So in other words, people will have to buy food from other countries, or even in the future eat the government food, which according to other channels won't be very good food. Anyway, another reason that the Dutch government is doing this to the farmers is this. The Dutch farmers in general are proud people. They live on the land and off the land, and they have a strong connection with nature. They also have a strong connection to the history, and they are proud of their family companies who have been there for several generations. So they have their own business they have owned their business for a long time, and that causes a direct threat to the globalists who just want to buy their land for future profit, not to save the environment. So what it seemed to be a good plan to save the planet from climate change in the beginning is not so good when you dig deeper. So I can understand the anger of these farmers. And I think that all of this, the World Economic Forum Green Plan to reduce emission, that will spread, I think it will spread all around the world. That is why we must resist and act now to put a stop to this insanity. So the Dutch protests bring me to another topic, which is the future of Canada energy supply. Did you know that Canada and Germany signed a green energy agreement, a Green Deal, and the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, said it's for building a better future, creating good jobs here in Canada, make the economy strong and resilient, and for our kids to breathe clean air. And all of this seems to me to be a good idea for now, as I have nothing against exportation and growing up economy. But what I fear is that all of this, the green agenda and those green energies, that they will have a huge impact on our livelihood. Oh, there's a plane. Anyway, because Trudeau said he wants to create middle-class jobs and local growth while delivering clean energy that will help fight climate change. Wow, that sounds great. He said German companies are already signing deals to buy made in Canada hydrogen. Wow, that sounds even greater. And he also said we can be the reliable supplier of clean energy. A net zero world need. A net zero world. What? What exactly a net zero world means, I asked myself. So I made some research about that because I did not understand this part. A cleaner future and a net zero world. What does it really mean? So here is what I found. America and the EU are working together with a target of net zero by 2050. But what is net zero? Well, net zero can mean so many things, and I won't go too much in details, but it means reducing the air pollution on Earth to almost zero. And I'm not a specialist in science, but I know they plan to eliminate all forms of pollution like emission of ammonia and nitrogen, and also eliminate carbon monoxide, which is all good things for the environment. But it is really possible by 2050, and how will they do that? This is an enormous challenge, and this involves every economy on Earth, every government, every citizen. So all of us has to be involved and change the way we live. It's a technological revolution, in other words, and for now all of these targets seem to very impossible to me or not realistic. Because who said that those big industry will follow this plan or follow this target? Companies like BP or Shell or Rosneft. Who said that those big gas and oil companies will respect their agreement, or that they will want to slow down their operation for the cause of a net zero world? I sincerely doubt they will keep their words. In fact, fossil fuel companies that set a net zero emission target can continue spewing on greenhouse gas, claiming that the future carbon capture technologies will make up for all their emissions. So in other words, they can continue their operation by polluting until 2049, and then in the last year they will finally act out and rely on carbon capture technologies that will suck up their emissions. Well, it seems like they are gambling with our future, and yet their net zero goal just seems like another procrastination tactic to do almost nothing about climate change. So I don't believe them. I hate the big industries, by the way. So this means companies like BP can continue polluting as usual until 2049, and then in the last year try to suck up all of the emission it creates by planting trees or using unrealized carbon capture technologies. So at their core, those net zero targets are just a gamble. And by the way, the new BP boss, Bernard Looney, pledged for a net zero carbon emission by 2050. But is it all a big words and no actions? Is net zero a scam, and is it all about profit? All companies have been using a net zero promise in order to greenwash their image while making billions of dollars and continue the destruction of our planet. Companies like Shell and BP and many more. Anyway, So all of these big companies in reality continue their operation and try to hide with the net zero emission target. So what is the point of a net zero well then? What are the real solutions? So we are already at the conclusion of the video. So sorry if I speak fast. It's because this is the last video with this cheap camera with no memory. The next video will be with my new, I promise you guys. But now we are at the conclusion. Now that we know that net zero might be a scam, for profit for big oil companies, what would be the real solution for saving the planet? As I made some research and I found 3 solutions possible. Number 1, refrigerant management, replacing HFC, which means hydrofluorocarbon, with natural refrigerant like ammonia or propane over the next 30 years to avoid global warming. It means changing the refrigerator we use now for a more ecological refrigerator, and it's also good for air conditioning, changing that. Number 2, wind turbine. Onshore wind turbine provide a huge opportunity for low cost and low emission energy creation. But there are disadvantages in wind turbine, also advantage. The advantage is it's the cleanest form of energy. It does not disturb farmland operation, and it reduces our dependency on fossil fuel. But the disadvantage is it's dangerous to some wildlife like birds. It's noisy and it's expensive. So yeah. And the number 3 solution, not everyone will like this. It's a plant-rich diet, a plant-based diet. So not eating meat, it means. In short words, it's a plant-based diet. The plant-based diet is a choice that we can make every day to have a drastic impact on our global emissions. But all of these solutions will only work if everybody make those changes and do the work. But I can understand that it's not everyone will stop eating meat and only vegetables. So, but it could save the planet. And the last solution I found, I will add to that as a renewable energy, is the sun. Yes, the sun, very important. With solar panel, we can meet our climate goals. With solar panel, we can meet our climate goals or reduce air pollution on Earth. So yes, solar panel is a very good solution. It's not so expensive, and you can place it all around the world on every house. And also using hydrogen. To resume that, using hydrogen, wind turbine, solar power are all good ideas to meet our climate target. And the last thing I would suggest is my idea is to, but it's not my idea, but it's to plant more trees on the planet and stop chopping all the trees everywhere. Just like they chop trees there. They chop trees all on the side of the road. We have to stop chopping all the trees in the forest and begin to plant more trees. It will help the nature. It will help saving the planet. So that's about it in this video. So as a conclusion to all of this information, I will say that I don't believe in the government when they say they want to achieve a net zero target or net zero world, as it seems unrealistic to me, because those big oil and gas companies, I don't think they will stop their operation. They just want to make profit. So the future of mankind seems very dark and gloomy to me. So is there any hope for our planet? I think yes. But is there hope for humanity itself? I sincerely doubt it. With the way things are going with inflation, food shortage, climate change, war, etc., I will not be surprised that one day or another humanity will disappear and stop to exist. It will disappear from the surface of Earth. And maybe it's not a good thing for the planet after all. The disappearance of humanity. Maybe it's a good thing. But Not because I love life, but so what I want to say is, please everyone, enjoy everyday life while you can, because the more we advance into the future, the more difficult it will get. And that is why becoming a prepper is not a bad idea. Prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. So that's it for this video. So I will be gone for a while now, for three or four reasons. First reason, I almost stopped drawing, and I want to spend more time with my design. So YouTube took me a lot of energy making videos, so I want to spend more time on design. Also 2, I want to save money, spend time saving money. 3, I absolutely want my driver license, so I will put time on this. So next time we see, I will be in the process of having my driver license. And yeah, there was a number 4. A fourth reason, well, the reason number 4 is making YouTube video. Now it's demand me a lot of energy, and I want to spend more time on my project, and saving money, my driver license, putting time on my design. And there was another reason, I forgot. Maybe spending more time in nature too. Anyway, I don't remember the last reason. It was an important reason, but ah, yeah, the camera. Yes, I want for the next video I want my new camera, to save money for my new camera. So that's a good reason too. So yeah, I just show you the world before I end the video. I show you the view. This is a beautiful day. This is the forest. This is the other side of the road. Yeah, I enjoy making those videos, but like I said, it demand me too much energy for now. I want to take a break, another break. It's just a break. I'm not ghosting you, my subscriber, but I want to improve my life. So I will take the fall and the winter and the spring to do so. But maybe I come back sooner, but for now I have enough. So always stay true to yourself. Don't let the enemy get the best of you, and don't give up on life. Stay safe, brothers. Simon Diamond Soul. See you next time. And take care, everyone.